Welcome back. My name's Dave, and this is Corel Siding, my N-scale layout. Today we're going to continue on and do another kit. And of course I can't leave well enough alone, so I got to monkey with it. But I'm just going to take you through, today I'm just going to take you through the startup that's already been done. So we shouldn't be here for a long time. Alright, so what are we going to do? Well, we're doing this. I'm just going to switch now to, I need a preview 6 and switch. So we are building a N-scale car repair shop by Bachmann. Now this is an extremely easy kit, like really easy. You could build it in a day. You could probably build it in an hour if you aren't going to prime it and paint it and customize it and stuff like that. But we're going to do some customization here. So let's just so this is what we're building. And I'm just going to back this out. And these are the parts. Now already there are parts here that didn't come with the kit. This is what they supplied for, I can get this out of the way for now. This is what they supplied for the roof trusses, and they supplied 4 of them, and you only need 3. What I'm going to do is give the building a little bit more structure and use these laser cut trusses and supports so it actually looks like something's holding it up inside. I've removed the walls, the side walls. Can I get it? I'm just going to see if I can go closer. Yeah, I can. Okay, and then I'm just going to push the focus button. There we go. They had these little knockouts where these were going to sit like this. And I took a knife and I cleaned them off, because I want to have the trusses with something holding them up. And I want to have one at the front of the building, the back of the building, and the 3 in the middle. So I need 5. They didn't send me 5, so I have to make my own. That's the first, actually it's the second. The first thing I did was, and I'm just going to get, these are the windows they supply. So it's all clear plastic, and the separation for each pane of glass is just a little raised piece of plastic. And I don't have the hands, steady hands enough to be able to paint those things so that they would be visible. And if anybody has any idea how to do these without getting down with the finest of brushes and just trying to paint that thin line here, please tell me, because I've done this to lots of other buildings. So this is the roof. And what I did was I took one of the plastic, I'm going to back out here now. Other way, David. There we go. There we go. So this is the roof here. And I took one of the plastic ones and I drew it again in the laser cutting software and made these windows that fit perfectly into the space that they would have been if I'd used the ones that came with the kit. And then I can glaze them separately. So now I have nice clean windows. In both sides of the roof. So that laser cutter saved my butt several times when building models, either by having to, I can scratch build the whole thing, or do what I did here, which is to design and make windows, doors, beams, everything under the sun. So what are we going to do? Well, you'll notice there's a piece of paper taped down. Now, if you've watched the channel before, you know that I do most of my buildings. I build them on a sheet of steel, just regular old, I don't know, what they use for repairing missing parts of cars. And you buy it at Canadian Tire. I have one on this workbench and one on my workbench over on the other on the other side of the room. And they really make a big difference. So what am I going to do? I am going to transfer from this roof. I'm going to transfer where the beams have to go. And I'm just looking for a pen. Okay, I got it now. So fortunately, I've got a guide with these where the I'm just transferring the location of the trusses, and that's because you want the trusses to end up being on these parts and not going through a window. So now that I've got that little piece marked, I'm going to just take this. I got my trusty little tiny T-square, which is just the right size for N-scale modeling. And I'm going to transfer the lines down here. Now I'm doing this so that I can work on the interior, and there'll be another beam right here. And another beam right here. So now I have that laid out. So what's the next step? Well, the next step is going to be to take a magnet that's holding a truss and to put it in place here. Now, because these magnets are so powerful, I can't do everything at once. I gotta only do 3, and then I have to So why am I doing it like this? Well, let's go to 7 here. I'm just going to swing it over so it's actually shooting what I want you to see. There, you can see the how the trusses are. Now I'm doing this because what I want to do is, and I think they're all over. I think I cut them yesterday. They're all over here. What I'm going to do is put a beam. Oh, that's not the right one. Is there one long? Oh, there is one that's longer. A beam through the center here. And on this beam here, this is a C channel. I'm going to put one of those long noodle filaments to light the inside of the building. To strengthen the building, I'm going to use some evergreen plastic rod, and I'm going to put plastic rod like this in here, so that strengthens it this way. Then I'm going to also put plastic rod. Sorry, I'm going to put plastic rod up here. This is an L, and it's going to go right up here against the where the beam and the truss meet, and it's going to go right there like that. And then I've got all sorts of other, I'm just looking at it right now, but other evergreen beams that I will do more across, so that this becomes a structure unto itself. And then, like I said, there'll be one that goes across here, here, one in the middle, maybe two more here and here, then one on the inside of this going across there, and the inside of this going across there. And so, because I've never done this like this before, I'm going to video it, but not today. I just wanted to introduce you to the parts. Like I say, the kit is Car Repair Shop item 15159 by Bachmann. And the instructions are almost like IKEA. It's just pictures and then putting these things together. There's also little details that I think I'm going to put on. There is no roof cap on these on the windows. You know, where they meet at the top here. There is no roof cap. Just let me look here. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to have to make something that goes there, because I'll need to do some light blocking around there. Okay, as I said, I'm going to do 3, and then I'm going to bring back the two others, so that in the end this looks like that. So this was just a meet the parts day. Next week we'll get into actually building. I will probably have part of this built, and I will finish building that on camera. So that'll be next week's video. So I want to thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of your family. And like I say, I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye for now.